Hello everybody, today I have the pleasure to propose to you this key 80 entitled Practical Awakening. Well, this is the chapter 5, which is entitled Hygiene of Life. Okay, so it's the 5th video and the last one. We're gonna see how it's some advice, some tips, some activities for you to apply in your inner journey, in your eternal, let's say, path on the process of awakening. Well, the goal is really to try to understand, to link the triptych, which is the good connection with the body, the mind, and the soul, the higher self, okay? And to be aware of that daily and in each moment of your life. So it's a very large spectrum for which I spent 4 videos in the key 69 for what I baptized HolYstyle of Life. It's a holistic approach. Holos in Greek means entire, global. You integrate all the parameters of this life and you honor it, you magnify, you marvel at life in general. So the goal at the end, ultimate goal, is to reach harmony, to raise your vibration, okay, to have a certain stability, sustainability of wellness, despite the fact that you will face some problems, you will have some up and down and so on, but it's not a big deal, because once you have a maximum of techniques, habits and so on, you know that after the bad weather, the storm and so on, the blue sky is coming back. Okay, so it's really a notion of to know yourself, know thyself, and you will know the secret of the God and the universe. Okay, and it is concretely a daily practice and with joy, with a certain pleasure, to amplify this happiness, these good waves, this high vibration, to transmit, for being contagious in certain extent, and to create a kind of loop, but more than this, a spiral, by amplifying this happiness, this harmony. Well, we saw that everything is energy, a body is made of energy, everything in this life is based on energy, and the 5th element, for which is, let's say, we call it in Greek philosophy ether, prana for Hindu, Buddhist, chi for Qigong, Tai Chi in the Taoism, Qi for Reiki, and so on. Okay, so it's a subtle 5th element. Okay, it is a subtle energy encompassing, embracing, interconnecting everything to everything. Okay, you are made of energy and you are linked to this. Okay, the missing link is probably this as well. Okay, I know that missing link is the origin of the consciousness also, but we can consider that we are disconnected of our reality. We think that we are separate and so on. Okay, fine, but this reconnection to this cement, this link, I mean the 5th element, how to stimulate it, how to make it circulate. We saw several, let's say, springboards, methods, techniques. Now we're gonna focus on the nocturnal dimension, sleeping. Okay, knowing that half of the population on Earth is suffering of that due to stress, due to many things, and if you don't have a good sleep, you have more chance to be depressed. And if you are depressed, you sleep bad and so on. And then most of the time you compensate with drugs, with alcohol and so on. Okay, creating addiction and so on and so forth. Okay, so concretely, this is a physiological need, one of the pillar, the foundation of the Maslow pyramid, the 5 categories of needs. Okay, the first one is sleeping, eating, breathing. Okay, the last one being self-complacency, auto-complacency, self-esteem, self-achievement, okay? But anyway, the first one. Knowing that it is important to consider that it's 2 faces of the same medal, day and night, okay? It's a second day, it's a second, let's say, activities for which you can establish a link between your mind and your unconsciousness. Okay, it's revealing you a lot of elements, let's say, from your unconsciousness and also from the astral world and so on. So, some secrets, some mysteries and so on. It also allows you to release some repressions, like, you know, something that you repel. okay, some aggressivity, some stress, and so on. That's why sometimes we are crying, we experience some different things during the night, because it's kind of simulation. It's like virtual, but having real effect regarding your emotions. Okay, it allows you to have more strength, okay, and to be happy, because once again you can be more depressed if your quality of sleeping is bad. And it's also a pleasant activity. Okay, essential points. There is no let's say miraculous recommendation. It's up to anybody. It's because sometimes we recommend 7 to 8 hours. Some people need less, okay, 5-6 hours they have enough, and some other they really need 10 hours. Okay, it can be also by moments. Sometimes in winter we need more, and in summer we need less. It's like eating. Okay, there is no absolute truth. Okay, so actually it's very important to listen to your body. Okay, to know, not to impose necessarily to go to bed like eating. If you are not hungry, don't eat. Okay, if you are not tired, don't go. Or if you're tired at I don't know 9 p.m., go before losing your cycle. Okay, so respect. Listen to your body, listen to yourself, feel it. Respect your own rhythm and your own moments, which can change during the, let's say, during the year. Okay, and appreciate as a pleasure. Okay, some techniques to have a good sleep. You have different ones. Verveine, for example, when you drink that, it helps you. Apple after eating allows you to digest, but before sleeping, half an hour before, or even the apple ciders help you also to sleep better. Okay, lavender in herbal, you put lavender, not too much, just a teaspoon is enough. Okay, otherwise if you exceed the day after, it's very hard to wake up, but this works very well. There is a mixture as well, a kind of recipe: half a teaspoon of cinnamon plus lemon plus tea, plus boiled water plus honey. You let it 10 minutes, then you drink that half an hour before sleeping, and you will see. Melatonin you can have with pills, but also naturally. Normally this is the hormones of sleeping. Okay, valerian roots, kava, for example, you can buy in a herbist, in a chemistry, or you can ask to your doctor. Counting ships, yeah, is working well. Counting down, count down from 1000. Okay, you repeat a phrase, a sentence, or a mantra, a word like peace, harmony, or sleeping. I feel calm. I feel calm. I feel well. Anyway, it's like meditation. It's just giving a banana to your monkey mind. Okay, to your agitation of your cerebral agitation, to be focused on one point and to avoid to think about something else. Okay, conflict, what you will do tomorrow, and so on and so forth. So you can also remember your day. Okay, from the morning to the end, or from the end to the morning, up to you. You can also visualize, for example, a road endlessly. Okay, and you can imagine that you're a car and you are accelerating, for example, or a race, for example, is possible as well. Or you can visualize, let's say, spiral staircase, okay, like this, and you have the feeling to go down. It's like self-hypnosis, okay, or hypnosis in general. When you visualize that, you're downer in your unconsciousness. Okay, you can also use your breath, okay, breathing, by reducing the amplitudes. Okay, normally inhaling and exhaling. If when you wake up the morning is really flat, okay, when you reduce a minimum, let's say the amplitudes, you will get calmer. okay, and you have more chance to sleep properly. Meditation, by emptying your mind, helps you also to fall asleep. Feel like very heavy, really like a mass. Okay, you imagine your load is like tons, and you cannot move. Okay, another one is to engage each muscle. Okay, each muscle one by one. Okay, to let's say to distress, okay, to relax properly each organ, I mean each muscle, and then you do completely. You do it, for example, for 30 seconds or 1 minute or 2 minutes. It's very hard, and then it's so good to release. Okay, so it's quite favorable as well. You can also use relaxing music that you can find on internet, on YouTube for free, for example, with different waves. Okay, like between 4 and 7 is theta waves, 4 and 7 hertz. Okay, this is for following asleep. You can also use from 0 to 4, it's delta. Delta is a deep sleep, okay? You can also use another technique, which is the REM, rapid eye movement, okay? Like this, you can stimulate it as well, okay? Visualizing a lot of image like this, arriving in your third eye. You can also, for example, try to have a big mess of a lot of information. It's like voluntarily no sense. Okay, like this is occupy your mind, and then you can fall asleep. And you don't try to analyze your way of sleeping, otherwise you will wake up every time. You can also do the guided meditation that I propose to you. Is the key 24, 26, I don't remember, 24 guided meditation, for which I bring you with my voice and so on, the music, to fall asleep. Okay, some advice: be really tired to go to bed. Okay, no need to force yourself. Otherwise, it put pressure on you. And don't stress of not sleeping. If you don't sleep, you don't sleep. You read a book and so on. When you do sports regularly, 2 or 3 times a week, you have more chance to have a good sleep. Try to eat too much before sleeping. Okay, so usually we recommend 2 or 3 hours before not to eat before sleeping. Avoid alcohol, okay, and drugs, of course, because it's breaking your paradoxal sleep, and it disorganizes your circadian cycles. Okay, when you smoke marijuana, you don't dream anymore. I mean, you don't remember, and so on, and thus it's impede you to develop your intuition, your creativity, and so on and so forth. You can use also light cure, like luminotherapy, okay, for which you have a lamp and or the sun, ideally, but if you don't have a lamp is also working, because it's activating your third eye and also your circadian cycle. Don't use tablets or because it's injecting some light, so it's not good for sleeping well. Avoid too much stimulating activity, like cerebral and thinking too much. Okay, avoid to check your mailbox before sleeping. Okay, otherwise you will project. Okay, I need to reply him, or you will be stressed, or you're gonna cogitate and thinking too much, overthinking. Avoid to watch news. Okay, because it's anxiety provoking most of the time. Try to watch pleasant, harmonious things before sleeping. Okay, personally, I love to have, for example, with drones vision or bird eyes vision on the landscape, for example. So it's very calm and so on, and you see the landscape and so on. And this, after that, just before sleeping, you can visualize that and feeling light as a plumber and or like a bird. What else? Yeah, try to read, let's say 30 minutes before sleeping is working well. Also the mindfulness, when you practice daily, actually you have more, because mindfulness, if you are just focusing on the fact to be aware of what you are doing during the day, actually you will have the same habit in your dreams. It means I am aware or not, and it's activating, it's provocating the lucid dream. it means that you are aware into your dreams, allowing the door of creativity, and you can do many things. Try to have a certain ritual before sleeping, like, I don't know, you reduce the light with candles eventually, little meditation, let's say nice music, you know, not heavy metal, of course. Audiobook is working well because it's like reactivating the inner child. It means that it's like when your parents probably were counting some stories. Is the same principle. Take a cold shower is reducing the temperature of your body, and it's quite good before sleeping, for instance. Visualize, for example, with gratitude, the key point of your day, and trying to have corrective action eventually, because it's grateful. To be grateful before sleeping allows you to sleep well and allows you to start a good day with a good, like a springboard. Try to have to follow your biological clock. Okay, what does it mean? Go to bed and wake up at fixed time is better. Try to have a certain excitation. Okay, yeah, excited to go to sleep because you know that you will explore new sphere of consciousness. Okay, with astral travel eventually, with lucid dreams, with many things that you can astral travel. The techniques you have in the key 66. Well, let's continue with the magic morning, the wake-up call of awakening. Okay, so concretely, what is it? It is to start as a metronome the day with a good moment. Okay, and if you don't have time, take time. Okay, it's like step forwards. Okay, to jump further. Okay, so it is a little bit of investment to welcome the day and to have a springboard to reach harmony during your day and to prepare a very good day with efficiency and so on. So the positive routine and concretely is like most of the time we start a day with a coffee. But it's your coffee. These activities are your coffee to wake you up. Okay, in both senses. The cats, they are stretching, right? And after sleeping is the same. Okay, and it's like oxygenating your room after sleeping. Most of the time it smells a little bit like the oxygen is a bit rare. Is exactly most of the time we open up the window to refresh the air. It's exactly this with your body. You start your day by, for example, exhaling maximum to take it out all what is inside. Okay, maximum, like you can't aim anymore, like and then you hold like this up, and then you can do exercise of breathing. Okay, so personally I recommend this morning ritual with 3 activities, only 30 minutes like this. Okay, so 10 minutes you do exercise, physical exercise, for which I did a demonstration. Is the key 26 plus 26, okay, like this. 10 minutes, not more, is for people, they are not necessarily very sportive. My father can do it. He's 70 years old. It's it's cardio, stretching. It's stimulating the meridians and, for example, chakras. Okay, like in Qigong, to make circulating the energies. Okay, it's easy. Okay, or back pain and so on, all this kind of thing. It's a mix of Pilates, yoga, Qigong, Tai Chi, and so on. Okay, or activity can be ecstatic dance, for which also you have the demonstration in the key 37, for example. When you do this, you are in a good trend for being completely, let's say, in a good energy, in a good body, mind, and soul. Okay, so 10 minutes of simple exercise that you can follow what I show you. It's voluntarily simple and also really specific with everything. It's like a salad with all ingredients, nutrients for giving you a lot of energy. Okay, first. Second, breathing. You do 10 minutes of breathing. You have the exercise. I recommend you like alternate breathing, okay, with a nostril and so on. I explain all this in the key 23. Okay, 10 minutes to oxygenate and so on your brain to be more receptive, smarter, more efficient, more creativity, more intuition, more sensitivity, and so on. And then you do a meditation. Okay, you empty your mind to access to, so emptiness to access to fulfillment. Okay, so you do only half an hour this. I swear to you, try during 1 week or ideally 21 days, you will see your life will change. Okay, your day will be the better. Even if you have some problem, you will face them differently. Okay, so then if you prepare your breakfast, for example, your coffee or a smoothie, ideally a lot of fruits, you can just think about your roadmap. Okay, 3 days, 4 days. I talk about that kind of organization, strategies, methodology in I'm coach of life as well. I'm entrepreneur, I'm professor for different business schools. So I teach all that. Okay. So, and this is practical. It's not things I read in books and so on. It's my own organization. It's common sense for me, but okay, it's for help people. But like, so you can have much more information regarding this kind of, let's say, a timeline organization in the key 31, coaching of life, something like this, and also realization key 57. Okay, so to make it short, a roadmap, you have your priorities and you define how long you forecast spend time to reach this. Okay, and at the end of the day, you take couple of minutes just to see your forecast. Okay, I plan to spend half an hour. Finally, it was 45 minutes. It was worth it or not? Next time you will adjust and you will know better. Okay, so it's really to have your focus point and also to have this feeling at the end of the day that, okay, it was a good day. I did what I wanted to do and so on. Okay, so is to avoid pressure, is to feel like evolving. Okay, it doesn't mean that you are necessarily result oriented all the time, but it's just for visualizing and not to miss anything. To have a magic shower, what is it? For example, you visualize that it's a beam of light and your cleanup. Okay, it's like ablution. Okay, when you do ablution for Muslim or whatever the religion, is exactly that. You clean up your mind, your body, and your soul. Okay, and you can finish with a few minutes of very cold water. Cold water stimulate as well. Okay, personally, I do it 3, 4, 5 minutes. Okay, here on my face, and then on my heart, and then my body in the back, and then I do my legs. And then I said to you, after my exercise, my breathing, my meditation, and then my shower, I'm at the top of my game. Huh? Even if I'm fasting and so on, I'm full of energy. Okay, so what else? Then you can prepare your breakfast and so on, whatever, or not. But actually, once again, half an hour is enough. No need more. But then this is like a springboard. Some advice: avoid to have an alarm clock like an aggression. Okay. Try to follow and to parameter before sleeping to say, okay, I will wake up at 6 o'clock. Okay. If you wake up 10 minutes before, don't do this mistake to fall asleep back. Okay. Otherwise you start a new cycle and it's very hard to wake up. Okay. So 10 minutes before, just stay in your bed and force yourself not to sleep back or you wake up immediately. Don't look at your phone immediately or news. This is the worst one because it's giving immediately an aggression. Okay, well, emails maybe not, but you will be always in the agitation and in the stress. I need to do that quickly and so on. Okay, or bad news, but still bad news and so on, because most of the time the media they just give bad news and not necessarily the objectivity of the beautiful things happening in life in general. Is a matter of fact. Sorry, matter of fact. Anyway, avoid to be in the rush. Okay, this is horrible to have the pressure and so on. Take time and also sleep less if you need. And by the way, if you really need to sleep, actually you will sleep earlier the day after. So it's obvious if you are tired, and this will be a cycle. Actually have that as a regularity, take the duration that you need, and also a pleasure, because the goal of this, and in general, is just to be enthusiastic, crossed by divinity, and to apply your spirituality in your daily life. If you want to deepen all this kind of techniques of hygiene of life in general, I recommend as a disciplined state of mind the different keys between 20 and 21, 40 and 41. In all, you have 60 techniques and tools to raise your vibration, to be in harmony. Okay, it's more the mind, but we can associate as well the key 12 and 73 for energy, meditation 21, mindfulness 22, breathing 23, food and nutrition 24, detox 25, physical activity 26, nature 13 and 27, and sleeping 29, and magical morning key 30. Well, I hope that it will help you, all these tips, techniques and so on, that it will vibrate within you, put into practice what's vibrating, what's resonating, and I hope it will help you to shape the master key of, to open up the doors of consciousness, of love, of whatever you want. As you know, all roads lead to Rome and to the Dome. Thank you for your attention, and see you very soon.